The surrogate who carried my child was not a stranger from a nameless system. She was a woman with her own family, her own values, and her own dreams.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're coming across my video for the first time, you're welcome. And if you're yet to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, turn on notification bell so when I post interesting videos like this, you'll be notified. Nollywood brown sugar Ini Edo opened up about a deeply personal journey that led to her motherhood through surrogacy. She revealed how she built an emotional connection with the woman who carried her child, and also a bond that grew out the pregnancy journey. Speaking at the recent Meet Surrogate Mothers IVF conference in Lagos, the actress shared that the experience was far beyond a medical arrangement. It was a partnership built on trust and love. The actress talked about her own surrogacy journey, emphasizing that it was intimate, ethical, and filled with grace rather than transactional process that many of us thought. According to the actress, so many women rather stay in their pain than going for surrogacy because of the fear of being called out. Due to this, the actress has called for promotion of legal and ethical surrogacy practice that protect mothers from stigmas. The actress further explained that the woman who carried her child was not a stranger. In her words, she said the surrogate that carried her child was not a stranger from a nameless system. She was a woman with her own family and was not just a vessel. And the actress said she was involved all the way even though she was not the one carrying the pregnancy. Actress further urged women who are going through what she went through in the past to come out and do the surrogacy rather than dwelling in their pain because of what people are going to say. She further said, instead of being scared of people's judgment, you should give yourself a chance to become a mother and enjoy motherhood. Okay guys, I'll be playing the video for you at the end of this video, so do not go anywhere. You want to hear it from the horse's mouth and everything she went through before she became a mother. And if you are yet to subscribe, please support me, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And most importantly, turn on notification bell so when I post interesting videos like this, you'll be notified. Thank you. Bye. Enjoy the rest of the video.
But through love, sacrifice, and trust. For me, the journey was intimate and not transactional. The surrogate who carried my child was not a stranger from a nameless system. She was a woman with her own family, her own values, and her own dreams. She wasn't a vessel. I was involved every step of the way. Intended mothers are typically involved in parental care, prenatal care, medical decisions, emotional bonding during pregnancy, and even though they are not physically carrying this child, they sort of walk the journey together. So when people reduce surrogacy to being just a baby, I think they erase these layers of humanity. They overlook the safeguards, the ethics, the choice. They forget that love can take many forms, and sometimes the most profound acts of love come from someone who carries your child but doesn't raise them. Someone who lends her body so another can cradle a future. That is why we need a new narrative. A narrative that champions ethical surrogacy, grounded in informed consent, legal protection, and mutual respect. A world where no woman is being exploited, but also where no family is ever denied hope simply because their path to parenthood looks different. Surrogacy is not perfect. It needs regulation, transparency, empathy, but it's not it's a bridge between despair and joy, between strangers who become families, between the impossible and the miraculous. Talking about regulation, I was happy to recently read in the news that the House of Representatives moved to ban commercial surrogacy in Nigeria and further proposed a jail term and 2 million fine on culprits. Other key provisions of the bill, apart from a ban on commercial surrogacy, are: 1, the agreements must be strictly altruistic. That is, no financial profit is involved except for reimbursing medical and pregnancy-related expenses. 2, explicit protection against coercion or forced surrogacy arrangements, amongst others. We need legal protection and clarity the Nigerian law should recognize and protect the rights of mothers through surrogacy, ensuring full legal parentage and avoiding court disputes. Surrogacy deserves respect, not stigma. It's a modern solution to infertility. Just like IVF or adoption, it should not be shamed or seen as less than traditional motherhood. Motherhood is more than biology. Raising, nurturing, and loving a child defines motherhood, not just childbirth. A surrogate may carry the baby, but intended mother gives the child a home and a life. Nothing gives me more joy than my child. Surrogacy gives me the greatest gift, but more importantly, it taught me that family isn't defined by biology or tradition. It's defined by love, sacrifice, and unwavering belief. As someone who has walked this path, I only ask, before we judge, let us listen. Before we generalize, let us understand. And before we speak of surrogacy as a business, let us see it for what it can be, a profound expression of humanity. To anyone out there walking a similar path, know this. There's no wrong way to becoming a parent. There's only your way and your story, no matter how different it looks. It's still it's beautiful and deeply yours, as long as you're within the laws. My journey to motherhood looked different. It was unconventional, it was complicated, but it was also courageous. It was filled with grace, with grit, and above all, with love. It didn't make me any less of a mother. If anything, it made me more aware of the power of faith, more attuned to the miracle of life, and more deeply connected to the idea that motherhood isn't just something you carry in your body. It is something that you carry in your soul. If you take nothing away from my story, please take this. That sometimes the path to your dream doesn't come in packages that you expect. But if you dare to trust the journey, even though messy, uncertain, heartbreaking paths, you just might find yourself holding a miracle you once thought was out of reach. I want to thank Mrs. Olaronke for this opportunity to tell my story, and I want to thank you all for having me. God bless.
You can do better with the applause. Thank you very much.
So this is a subtle reminder to remind you that this coming Friday, which is the 30th of May, is the day that the Meet Surrogate Mothers will be having a free IVF and a surrogacy program at a hotel. And like I said, I will be there. Reach between despair and joy, between strangers who become families, between the impossible and the miraculous. Talking about regulation, I was happy to recently read in the news that the House of Representatives moved to ban commercial surrogacy in Nigeria and further proposed a jail term